Hello everyone, welcome to fourth lecture in series of machine learning. Today's topic is designing a learning system. So, before we use machine to do some task, first we need to design a learning system. So in this we have few steps. First is choosing the training experience. Second is choosing the target function. Third is choosing a representation for target function. Fourth is choosing a function approximation algorithm. And fifth is the final design. Let's discuss all of these one by one. First is choosing the training experience. So for this, let's take one example of how to learn to drive a car. Right now, you just watch a video first and of how to drive a car. Here you learn something theoretically, not practically. Now, after watching a video, you take a car and go on a road. Then what will happen? You'll not able to drive a car in that much good manner. Now what you have learned, that you should go to a driving class and learn from someone to how to drive a car, right? Now this learning or this training, the kind of a training you are taking for some problem, that have a very significant role or significant impact on the success and failure of a learner. Now in this we have three attributes. First is whether the training experience provides is direct or indirect, right? The training experience that you are having or that you're learning, that is direct or indirect feedback, right? Second is the degree to which the learner controls the sequence of a training example. Third is how well it represents the distribution of example over which the final system performance P will be measured. Let's discuss all of these three one by one. First is the direct or indirect feedback. We'll discuss all of these, taking one example, the similar example of driving, of how to drive a car, right? If I'll talk about direct feedback, then as you start moving the car during the car learning, trainers start giving you some suggestions at that time, that drive car like this or like that. So this is a direct feedback. What is the indirect kind of a feedback? Suppose here you get a video of how to learn uh, to drive a car and recording, and you send that recording to your trainer, and afterwards you get some suggestions of how what to do or what to not, what mistakes you have done. So this is a kind of an indirect feedback, right? Indirectly the person is giving you some suggestions, right? And second, uh, the second statement is the degree to which the learner controls the sequence of training example. We'll take the same driving example. um, like when you're sitting on a driving seat, and the trainer sits beside you, next to your seat, right? So what can be the three states? There can be possible three possible states. We learn here ki how the control sequence of a training example. So for that we have a three possible states. पहला क्या हो सकता है? First is trainer will tell you what you should do, like वो आपको बताए कि start करो, accelerate करो, and if you do some mistake he'll tell you what to do or what to not. तो ट्रेनर आपको यहाँ पे बता रहा है, फिर मिस्टेक्स भी करेक्ट कर रहा है आपकी कि आपको ये करना है या ये नहीं करना है. सेकेंड पॉसिबल स्टेट क्या हो सकता है इसमें? सेकेंड पॉसिबल स्टेट हो सकता है कि you go sit on a driving seat and you do everything on your own, but only when you do some mistake the trainer will tell you ki don't do like this. You start yourself, you explain, you do everything, but when you do a mistake the trainer will tell you at that time. And third possible state that is possible वो क्या होगी कि suppose you sit on a driving seat and the trainer sits beside you, next to your seat, that means, and but he'll not correct you, you yourself correcting yourself, है ना? तो इसी ये जो मैंने आपको थ्री एग्जांपल्स बताई, इसी का मतलब है कि डिग्री टू विच द लर्नर कंट्रोल कर रहा है, control the sequence of training examples, right? And third is how well it represents the distribution of an example over which the final system performance P must be measured. In general, learning is most reliable when the training example follow a distribution similar to that future test. example. That means ki like the driver or a trainer will tell you to drive a car in ground only, in some park or some very neat and clean place to drive, or he train you at that place only. And after some days, you want to go on hilly areas or in some traffic areas, but you're not able to drive car in that most reliable way, because आपका क्या हुआ कि your performance improve नहीं हुई। आपने जो आपने सीखा वो आपने सिंपल एरियाज में सीखा, आपने डिफिकल्ट एरियाज नहीं सीखे। सो आपका परफॉर्मेंस इम्प्रूव होना जरूरी है, and that performance will be improved when you make your training wider, like you'll drive in a train traffic, you drive in some hilly areas, right? Next is the next topic is the choosing the target function. Next point. In this, we are designing a program that will help us to choose the best move. Let's take an example of the same checkers learning problem that is very similar to the chess that we have discussed in our previous lecture, right? In this, we are designing a program that will help us to choose the best move out of all the moves. Let's take checkers playing program that can generate the legal move from the any board states. Suppose what I first I'll read out this statement to determine what type of a knowledge will be learned and how this will be used by the performance program. In ML, we'll understand each and every point, each and every theory portion by using some example only, right? So here we have taken the example of a checker learning problem. So in this, let's assume that for the checkers learning problem, if you know the rules of the checkers game and the particular piece on which you're concentrating, which you're focusing, you know the moves of that particular piece. That means if it is moving diagonally or only straight, right? So what all the legal moves are first from all the board states, right? For that particular piece, what all are the legal moves? Suppose if that piece will only have the permission to move in diagonal directions only, so that all that diagonal directions, suppose there can only be four diagonal directions, so all those four diagonal directions are the four legal moves for that particular piece, right? So program only needs to learn about the best legal move. अब हर मूव कुछ अलग होगी, सो उसमें से एक मूव भी बेस्ट होगी जिसको प्ले करके द प्लेयर विल win the game. So choose move equal given b given m. Choose move is the, what will be the choose move? Choose move will be the target function. वो target function की तरह वर्क कर रहा है यहाँ पे choose move. And I've written y is equals to fx जहाँ पे x is the legal move. तो y हम क्या निकाल रहे हैं? हम बेस्ट मूव निकाल रहे हैं किसी फंक्शन का यूज करके ऑन ऑल द लीगल मूव्स। जो उस पर्टिकुलर पीस के लिए जितने भी मूव्स हैं लीगल मूव्स, उन सब पे हम कुछ फंक्शन अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, आउट ऑफ दोस आई एम फाइंडिंग सम वन बेस्ट मूव. So in this choosing the target function, I'm doing this from the set of the legal move. What I'm doing, you have to select the best move using some function f, which is the choose move target function. तो choose move हमारा वो बेस्ट मूव होगा टारगेट मतलब टारगेट फंक्शन जो हम अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उससे निकालेंगे हम, ठीक है? बट हाउ विल यू कैलकुलेट द बेस्ट मूव देयर इन द प्रॉब्लम? सो वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड द इवैल्यूएशन फंक्शन. हम यहाँ पे अब उसको निकालेंगे कैसे? वील यूज वन फंक्शन जिसको हम इवैल्यूएशन फंक्शन कह रहे हैं, जो हम कह रहे हैं ना एक फंक्शन यूज होगा टू फाइंड दैट बेस्ट मूव. सो So there is a problem in the target function because it is very difficult to learn from the indirect training that which is the best move that will generate, जो हमें generate करके दे 3 or 4 moves, ठीक है? From this indirect feedback, but which move you will select is the best. So यहाँ पे एक फंक्शन जो हम यूज कर रहे हैं v board given r, तो हम जो भी फंक्शन यहाँ पे लगा रहे हैं उस फंक्शन के लिए, और I can also write it v colon b given r. So I'll give a numerical score to each and every board state, right? So I've written this only that I'll give each board position a score for how favorable it is. So whatever the favorite the much it must be favorable, जितना favorable है, according to that I'll give some numerical or score to that particular board state, right? So which denotes that V map only legal board state from set B to some real value. जो हमने statement लिखा है V colon B given R. Now let's move to next slide. So for I'm talking about stuff numbers in numerical score now. So this numerical score can be 100, -100, or 0. So this will be according to the board state's position. So if that particular board state finally from that particular board state finally game is winning, will win the game from that particular board state, then we'll give 100. If from that particular board state finally we'll lose the game, then -100. If from that final draw board हो जाएगा, then that means we'll give 0. ठीक है, तो इसमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि according to the, if you win you'll assign B as 100, if you lose or a bad move then we'll give -100. If good if we'll draw the game, sometimes good move or sometimes bad move means game is drawn, then we'll give 0. And if the game is not ended, right, you do not know the final score, then क्या करेंगे हम? So v b dash we call it as a approximate या optimal function, जहाँ पे b dash क्या है? एक best final board state that can be reached starting from B and playing optimally until the end of game, right? Moving to next, choosing our representation of target function. In this, what we'll do, suppose you have a suppose you have a square matrix of rows and columns, and let us choose a simple representation, right? Square matrix where there is a row and a column, and let us choose a simple representation for any given board states. तो function, अब हम किसी भी बोर्ड स्टेट के लिए एक सिंपल रिप्रेजेंटेशन चूज करेंगे. तो क्या करेंगे हम? किसी भी बोर्ड स्टेट के लिए फंक्शन v डैश हम ले लेते हैं, या v कैप. I'll represent it as a v cap b. तो v cap will be calculated as a linear combination of following boards features. जितने भी board features होंगे उनके हम एक linear function या linear combination उन board features का calculate करेंगे. For this particular board state जिसके लिए भी हम calculate कर रहे हैं, these are the possible moves, like that your target function will learn. Each move have some difficult or some different numerical value that will be calculated by evolution score, right? This is the simplest representation. So here we study how to represent a target function. Here we have something called a linear function, a linear combination of the board features. So we'll represent it in this form only that I've written also. Use linear combination of the following board features. Now to every board feature, I've given some name: x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, and x6. Let's read out what I've given to this particular board feature. X1, I'm saying x1 is the number of the black pieces on the all the jitne bhi number of black pieces hain, I'll call them as a x1. And the number of the red pieces, all the red pieces, I'll call x2. The number of the black king, only the black kings, I'll call x3, and the red kings I'll call x4. And the number of the black pieces that are threatened by the red, right? जो डरते हैं, जो डर रहे हैं, मतलब black pieces that are जिनको डर है कुछ red से, तो I'll call them as a x5. And the number of red pieces that are threatened by black are x6. So what formula or linear function can be used? That is v cap b for that particular board state, whichever board state I've chosen. W0 plus W1 x1 plus W2 x2 plus W3 x3 plus W4 x4 plus W5 x5 plus W6 x6, where W0 to W6 are numerical coefficients or weights to be chosen by the learning algorithm, right? That is chosen by the learning algorithm, as these are the numerical coefficients. So We'll move to the next. Right. In this, let's take one example. And let's go to the next point. Next is the choosing a function approximation algorithm. We'll continue with that example only, right? So in this, we have to examine an algorithm by inputting this data, whatever training data, whatever data we have. We'll examine an algorithm by inputting that particular data to make a system or a machine to learn. And it is very easy. Like if you win the game, we'll assign 100, and if you lose, we'll assign -100. That already we have discussed. And if the game is drawn, we'll assign 0. So just for example, let's describe for training example, I'll take one training example. Describes a board state B. I'm taking any board state B in which black has won the game. Black has won the game. That means black, I'll represent black by which one? By x1. You can see x1 is the number of black pieces on the board. That means if I'll talk about some black pieces, then I'll represent that through x1, right? In which black has won the game. Note, so that means if black has won the game, that means x2 की वैल्यू क्या होगी 0, क्योंकि x2 हम रेड के लिए रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे थे. तो indicating that red has no remaining pieces, and for which the target function v train bi therefore is +100. v train bi क्या था? वही हमारी ट्रेनिंग वैल्यूज जो हम -100, 100 या 0 दे रहे थे अकॉर्डिंगली, कि वो विन कर रहा है, लूज कर रहा है, जो भी कर रहा है. तो हेयर हमारा क्या हुआ? तो हमारी इस पर्टिकुलर बोर्ड स्टेट के लिए जहाँ पे हम जहाँ पे हमारा टारगेट फंक्शन वैल्यू क्या होगा? +100 होगा, क्योंकि because here the black piece has won the game, right? So now you can read out this particular statement that x1 is 3, x2 is 0. It is given, it is just example that is given to us. X1 is 3, x2 is 0, x3 is 1, x4 is 0, x5 is 0, x6 is 0, and +100. That means I can, it is random, something random written. So you can, from this you can say that black piece is equals to 3 value, है ना? It's given 3 value. And x2 is a red pieces, so it is given 0 because no red pieces are there, है ना? No, and x3 is equals to 1. That means black king. I'm talking about a black king, so it has 1 value. This is a random numbers that is given, right? According to the following example. So in this example, what is this? Ki black has won the game. So jitne bhi red ke liye possible, red ke liye jitne bhi values, that will be 0. That are related to the red ones, right? And x4 is the red king. So you can see that it is x4 is 0. And x5 is the black pieces that are threatened by the red, and x6 is the red pieces that are threatened by the black. So there are no pieces red and black that are threatening to each other. No such pieces are there. So what if we have to assign a value in between the game and it is yet not over? Don't worry whether we are winning or losing. So we have something called a approximation. We directly can't say 100, or we have something, we have to approximate the value. And every training example in ordered pair, हर training example किस ordered pair में होगा? B, V train B. That means B क्या है? कोई board state जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. And V train B क्या होगा हमारा? कि what is the value of that particular board state that we have already discussed, right? So function, let's discuss about the function approximation procedure. So first is derive training example from the indirect training experience available to the learners, right? Second is adjust the weights WI that best fits these training example. So in this, we'll continue this point that in this function approximation algorithm, first is choosing the training that we have discussed, choosing the training value, and second is adjusting the weights. So both the points we'll discuss. First is estimating the training value. So what we'll do in this? What value to assign between to the board state? what value you should choose to assign to this move, right? So so we have to first estimate the simple approach to assign the value, something called v cap successor b. So if from any training any board state we were winning the game, so I'll assign that as a v cap successor b. From that board I'm winning the game, so by which your if you take a move by which, that means there is a chance of winning increases. So I'm not sure that I'm not 100% sure that you, it is like you win the game and the most possibility is there. So these moves are called successor moves. So I'll represent this as a V cap successor B, right? Second is adjusting the weights. In this, we discuss what weights to assign. You have to take those weights which minimizes your error, right? We have to update the weight or adjust the weights. I'll take those weights that will minimize my errors. So it is like negative control feedback system. What we'll do in this, we try to minimize the negative control feedback system में करते हैं ना. So here by taking the successor will see the training value will helping me to win the game or lose the game. And what is my error, that we'll calculate by squaring the error. Like how will we calculate? E is equals to summation v train b minus v dash b का होल स्क्वायर, जहाँ पे b कॉमा v ट्रेन b, जो हमारा ये जो पोर्शन हमने पीछे डिस्कस किया था, b कॉमा v ट्रेन b, that should be greater or belongs to training examples, right? All the training exam that b comma v train b, this should belongs to training examples. Now suppose if I'll talk about this portion only, suppose your error is 0.2, right? And now if you square this, I've used square, right? If you focus it, I've used square. So after squaring, the error will be minimized to 0.04. You see, it reduces. So we are squaring here. What is this v train minus v dash b? Suppose if we have to throw a ball at some pole, and but my ball doesn't hit that pole, it will be at uh, some far distance from the pole. So distance between that position to that pole is the error, right? So if I subtract if I'll calculated the distance, the or how will I calculate? I'll calculate it by subtracting the positions, the distance, right? So if I'll calculate that particular error and I'll square that, so that will give us the error that is reduced error. So we have several algorithms to find the weight which best fit, right? Here I'm talking, I said that I will find out the weight in this adjusting weights only. We were discussing that we'll find out the weight which will best fit, right? I'll say so. Or so there are several algorithms to find the best weight, best to find the weight which best fits, right? Or we can say which reduces the error for that training value to calculate. So one such algorithm which we are using is called LMS weight update rule. That means least mean square. In this WI, given WI plus eta V train B minus V dash B, and V train B minus V dash B, we know in this first we reduce the error, then update it just like negative control system. So this method is to calculate the least mean square. Now if we have to minimize this error, you keep hitting if we want to minimize it, use the current weights to update the V dash B for each weight WI, right? So and here eta is a small constant that moderates the size of the weight updates, right? Next is the final design. The final point is the final design. The final design checkers learning system, if we'll talk about the same example of the checker learning system, can be described by the 4 distinct program modules, and those are: the first is the performance system, second I can see the critic, and next is the generalizer, and next is the experiment generator. So let's discuss each of them one by one. First is the performance system. It is a module where we learn and our performance should increase, right? Using that, I'm learning some module, and learn after learning that particular module, my performance should increase. If our performance will not increase, right? Like if I for winning the game, it's of no use of learning, right? So once we learn, we'll take the new game, and then we'll try to play that. If we win that game, that means we are learning properly. If we're not able to win, then that means our distribution example, what we'll see, is not proper, right? Next is the critic. Let's take as in we'll take input the history or trace of the game, and produces as output a set of the training example for target function. Suppose किसी board game में you are having 3 and 4 solutions for some board state, then critic will test. What will do? Criticize होते हैं ना, criticisms, that will give the criticism. Then critic what will do? It will test for each of this and generate few more situations for you, so that your training of the learning improves little more for that. That means that is the meaning of the critic, right? Next is the generalizer. Let's suppose a Pythagoras theorem. Take a triangle with some values, right? If hope you all know the Pythagoras theorem, or let's assume a triangle with some values for each of the side, 3, 5, and 4. And if I'll what I'll do, if I'll it's 3 square plus 4 square is equals to 5 square, and I will not tell you what theorem I used, right? But you must not be able to check. So that means I should give it in some that formula in some generalized form. If I'll give any formula in a generalized form, you all will able to understand that she has written a, formula of a Pythagoras theorem, right? So that means it's a generalizer. In an example, the generalizer corresponds to LMS algorithm, and output hypothesis is the function v dash or v cap described by the learned weights w0 to w6. We are defining it as a general function, so you can put any value in that. If I'll say if I'll say y is equals to ax plus b, this is also a general function, so I can take any value of a and b and can draw a line. This is a generalized or generalizer or hypothesis, right? Next is the experiment generator. The experiment takes the current hypothesis and output a new problem for performance system to improve or explore. Now that means it learned properly. So finally, we have done with this particular topic. Hope you like it. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe for further lectures.